Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here and welcome on into a LEGO news video. Every year in March, LEGO releases their annual report around this time. And every time, there are people that freak out about their theme not being there. And I'm here to tell you, should you be worried? Should you not? And we're going to go through it. And I think that it's just really interesting. I get a lot of DMs and a lot of tags and different things about this, asking me, where's this theme, where's that theme, why is this theme on the list? So we'll go through that, talking about it from my perspective of what I've seen in stores, what I have experienced when it comes to just interest on YouTube and the views and things. Not that that necessarily carries over onto sales, but also looking and talking to my friend Penn Plays, who was a ex-LEGO store employee. He actually worked at the most profitable one in all of North America. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what they said this year. And honestly, most of the LEGO themes could probably be on this list anyways. Well, I guess not all of them, but it's interesting as well. If you don't know, just to kind of dumb it down, you could look into this more if you want to hear a more technical version of this, but LEGO is a privately owned company, which means that the information that they have to provide is all on their own. They don't owe anyone anything. So to give us this information, it doesn't necessarily have to be accurate here. And I think that my friend 1414 Falcon fan does a great job of depicting like how they're choosing these themes. Like just throwing a dart at a whole wheel of themes, because you can see all the stats, the top selling themes. The first one here is Lego City. Lego City is always on this list. Whether or not it is accurate to being one of the top themes, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously online, the perception towards the road plates and the prices for all the sets going up because of that wasn't very well received. Does it translate over on into sales? I'm not sure. But, you know, I think that looking at some of the reviews online, I was shocked. The road plates have like a 4.5 star out of 5. I thought they would have been a lot worse than that. But, so yeah, City, I'm not sure how interesting the stunt sets were. I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen most of the City sets always there. They all just kind of like blur together with all the ones from past years, so I couldn't tell you. But next one here, Technic, I never understand. It is just not something that has ever appealed to me. And I even forgot that the Batmobile even existed that they did for the Batman movie this year when I did a video recently. So yeah, it's obviously for more adults, I would say, and it definitely has a demographic there. It is always on the list as well. And the next one here, Lego Creator Expert, it's interesting. Not really called that anymore. It should be called Lego Adults Welcome. But no, seriously, they had a fantastic year last year if you look at some of the things that they did. Of course, with the bouquet, like that was just such a huge success. And then, of course, Titanic, the bonsai tree as well, and obviously the yearly modular, and I'm sure there's other things there as well that happened last year. But we'll come back to Harry Potter in a second. And then Lego Star Wars, I think they had a really good balance last year of original trilogy stuff in the winter wave, and then of course we had the summer wave, which had The Mandalorian, and it had Clone Wars, and it was just like literally everything that people have been asking for, all in that wave, and I think they did a great job with that. And obviously the sales definitely showed that. I wouldn't argue that at all. Like, I think that it was a huge seller last year, and definitely I think one of the best years in terms of even the products that they were offering. Harry Potter. It was the 20th year anniversary last year, which even that is a little controversial because technically they haven't been around for 20 years. But the theme itself had a lot of duds, which to me is really strange how it's on this list. Specifically looking at the sales of this, I would say I have more of a gauge, and I even asked my friend to like rank the themes, which we'll do in a second at the end. But I think that it's interesting with this. If you look at some of the sets, sure, I think that some of them are really well received, but there were a lot that weren't. He said that Fluffy was the slowest moving Hogwarts expansion set, which surprises me because I thought the Quidditch one really didn't move that much, at least here with my experience. And then, of course, you had a lot of other things. The Hogwarts Icon series didn't do very well when it first started, maybe after Christmas time and everything. And as it continues on, it is sold out now, but at the time, not so much. Buildable figures, Fox, the chess set. There's a lot here that I don't think did very well. So for that to be the top theme and to look at this and see these sets, and again, the whole wave in general is very not liked by the online community, I would say, in terms of the roofs and just the style of the buildings, and they're just not as detailed as the old ones. It surprises me. that it's on this list, especially after kind of how controversial, I would say, of a year that they had. Now, when you look at other themes, there's a lot here that I think belong on the list, specifically looking at another theme that had an anniversary, being Ninjago. It celebrated its actual 10-year anniversary last year, and they had sets selling phenomenally, my friend said. Every single set did great. Looking at the 10-year anniversary sets, the Epic Battle sets, and of course Ninjago City Gardens, and then following up in March with the Island little mini wave, and then in the summer they had the amazing Seabound sets, which people love those two largest sets as well. Shocking to me that it's not on here, because I really can't see like a set that wouldn't sell well, versus again, you compare to Harry Potter. I'm not trying to rag on Harry Potter. In comparison to, as we continue here, you've got Marvel Superheroes, which is the one that everyone keeps saying to me. And I agree, like, look at the year that they had. The Spider-Man sets always sell well, those classic ones. And even looking at the mechs, I know that people hate them. Of course, they did well. Then, in the springtime, we got our first ever D2C modular here with the Daily Bugle, which did phenomenally. Summertime, we had the Infinity Saga sets, which, of course, were so well received as well. And especially the larger ones selling out. And even the Gauntlet was really well liked and received. And then, of course, we even had some more sets later on in the summer. And then in September, I don't know if this counts, but the minifigure series is gone. They're not bringing them back. Like, if you didn't get your hands on them, you're going to have to pay the aftermarket price on eBay or Bricklink or whatever. Huge success. Even DC, which I hate to call it that because really it's just Batman, they had a great year. And I think that that's overlooked. If you look at everything they had, in March, in the springtime, they had the 4+ set, which my friends said sold absolutely amazingly because of the minifigure selection in that set. And then you also had, of course, the classic TV series Batmobile, which I've talked to lengths about how that couldn't be kept in stock in stores, in stock online, and it was even a Walmart exclusive, so there it was sold out. Now it's fine, but at the time, at the hype of it all, like, that was such a hot seller. And then, of course, the Bat Cowls, those were probably the weakest, of course, of the whole year. But then coming in October, we had the tumblers. The huge tumbler sold out, I think, within a week or two. And then, of course, we also had the mini one, which was also so well received. So overall, like, it didn't have a lot of sets, but the ones that they did have sold out incredibly. Speaking of selling out, though, none of these themes that we've talked about today in this video sold out as fast as Minecraft. Minecraft in November and December leading up till holiday time was the very first theme to sell out, except for a singular set because they had a 2 times the points promo, so they stocked up on that. That is insane. Minecraft and Jurassic World, I constantly say this all the time, are the 2 themes that LEGO / the LEGO Ambassador Network that I'm a part of constantly sleep on. It is, if you compare it to every single video that I've done of like new waves or anything like that, they're the ones that bring in the most numbers. They are insane. And even looking at this specifically with Minecraft and the sales, it is the hottest theme out of all that. So I don't know if it's like a political thing that they don't want to like necessarily mention, oh, Minecraft did really well, so then maybe Mojang wants more. I'm not really sure the logistics of all that stuff, but my friend gave me a ranking here. He said of what he saw at his time at the LEGO store that sold well. It goes Minecraft, Ninjago, Marvel, Batman, and then Harry Potter. So that's someone who sees constant sales there. And again, this is worldwide, so we're talking North America here. Maybe interests are different in different parts of the world, of course, and maybe our observations here aren't the same for the rest of the world. I'm just saying that it doesn't need to worry you that your theme's not here. They're not canceling Marvel. They're not canceling Friends. Like, just because it's not listed here, you don't have to worry about that, because I see that happening here, that it's not performing well. That's not the case. We've seen, like I joked about earlier, what happens when a theme doesn't do well. So don't worry about any of that stuff. So just thought that I'd share with you guys our own observations here, instead of something that is a little bit biased, because they don't have to be as transparent as they need to be. So anyways, everyone, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.